day. The nurse bees also feed a glandular secretion to the larvae which hatch from the eggs, and in this way they exert an influence over the quality and quantity of the brood reared. Similarly, the expression of most of the characteristics of a colony is determined by the interaction between the queen and her workers. For its daily needs and winter stores, a colony collects annually about 25 kilograms of pollen and 200 kilograms of nectar. That quantity of nectar may be concentrated to about 70 kilograms of honey. Bees communicate with each other by means of a dance language. This tail-waggling forager is informing other workers about the direction and distance of a newly discovered source of food. Social food exchanges between them provide more information about the quality of the nectar. The construction of honeycomb is another example of the close cooperation among the workers of a colony. In order to produce wax, bees form dense chains during comb construction. In the form of tiny scales, the wax is secreted from specialized glands on the underside of their abdomen. The scales are removed with the mandibles and are worked to form an amazingly precise and strong cellular structure. Their brood is reared and honey may be stored. The overall productivity of a colony is therefore the sum of the manifold contributions made by queen, workers, as well as drones. In order to make optimum use of the varied hereditary characters in a breeding program, a study of the genetics and the mating process of honeybee queens is unavoidable. A virgin queen mates in free flight with as many as 20 drones. This is shown here in an experimental setup. The drone's semen is stored within the queen's reproductive organs, shown here in graphic simulation. At the tip of the abdomen is the sting chamber. It is separated from the median oviduct by the vaginal valve fold. Attached to the oviduct by a narrow channel is the spermatheca. The median oviduct forks into a right and left lateral oviduct. These lead to the two ovaries, which each consist of 120 to 160 ovarioles. The first drone mating with the queen forces his semen into the median oviduct. The mass of sperm of subsequent matings, only 3 more are shown here, force the semen into the lateral oviducts, dilating them considerably. After the mating, the queen compresses the semen back towards the vaginal valve fold. This makes 5 to 10% of the semen, up to 7 million sperms, enter the spermatheca. Thoroughly mixed, the semen is used to fertilize eggs over the next 2 to 4 years. Most of the semen is expelled as dry pellets. Just before an egg is laid, it receives a tiny droplet of the mixed semen. As many as 10 sperms may penetrate, but only one of them can fuse with the egg nucleus. Eggs laid in drone cells are an exception. They remain unfertilized. Multiple matings thus cause a brood of several groups of half-sisters, which all have the same mother,